Do 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 do. Checking those cracks on the ceiling, flat on my back, and I'm feeling lower than the roaches in the tunnels of the 1 and the 9. And the clock says that I'm half past losing my mind. High noon, same room. This is when it gets so suffocating. The air sits heavy like the weight of my regret for ever letting you go. Doo-doo. And it don't matter whether the windows are open or closed. Through the tick-tock tick, I can hear the faucet drip. When the neighbors brawl, I can hear them through the wall as I'm fading. Going crazy, 'cause I want you back again. I can remember when you and I were one. And I want to change your mind. I'm gonna bide my time, bear in mind misery till you come to me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 50 Elemental 2-ounce rounds. Grand Canyon theme. Hello folks, Silver 5150 here on Tuesday, the 7th. After getting through another day of crazy markets, we are back with some really cool silver, and we're going to do a little bit of after actions review of the events today and going into the week. As you can see here, Johnson Matthey has Elemental make these rounds for them. Now let's get in close and take a look. These things, guys, these are the beefiest 2-ounce rounds I have seen. Now look at that ultra high relief finish right there, that rim right there. Look at the rocks. Go ahead. Look at the features and how everything catches the shadow. That's just a small part of the Grand Canyon. In fact, the Grand Canyon probably has more gold in it than anybody cares to talk about. We'll talk about that later. But it is only accessible, about 1% of it, accessible to people when they go on tour. American Landmarks, 2 ounces, 3/9 fine silver. Okay, and that's the picture, of course, of the United States, and it has the Rockies and the Sierras highlighted, of course, in very, very high relief in that respect. But then look at the proof finish it has underneath for the water and stuff. Now, these rounds, they're not made to be, precision machine rounds. It's not going to be like Geiger made them, Elemental made them, but Elemental made these, I think, to be handled and to be, circulated because they are so beefy. Back during the Cold War, when I used to be a Cold Warrior, we used to always, marvel at our Russian counterparts because the equipment they built was so much more durable, so much beefier than the stuff we had. Everything we had was really delicate and, tuned really fine. And, the F-15 was a air superiority fighter, but if the avionics and all of the electronic diagnostics didn't go right, the thing was grounded, and you have like a Fulcrum 29 that, as my Soviet counterparts used to say, can be worked on with 17-year-old in bolt peen hammer. Yes, those things were tough and they were rugged and they flew very well. Well, these coins are tough and rugged and they can take a lot of abuse, and they're made like that on purpose. Now, all right, guys, some of you stackers out there, you protectionists, I love you. I'm gonna touch one. Hold still. Ooh, God, just look at that. Trying not to shake too much. Monster drinks are not good for a guy my age, but all right, let's go ahead and stop that. That's not working. We'll go ahead and get in close. And we'll talk a little bit. These are the 2-ounce rounds I told you about that I got for a friend of mine. These are not mine, okay? These are not mine. I stack silver. I buy silver for my friends that are trying to get in the game, but they're scared. We talked about fear of the silver market yesterday, and I get it. It's something new. It's something different. People don't do it very much. They don't talk a lot about it. You got Lear Capital and Monarch, and these guys are on TV having commercials and stuff, but you don't get a lot of talk about silver and as far as an investment vehicle. And if you're a senior and you got people calling you every day trying to scam you and trying to, get stuff out of you that they're not supposed to have, then of course, you're going to be a little leery about a new investment vehicle. I bought these for my friend back on February 24th, and that shows you how long the delivery time was on these from Johnson Matthey. I got some other stuff. Johnson Matthey. I keep saying Johnson Matthey. It is JM Bullion. Guys, please forgive me. JM Bullion. All right? not Johnson Matthey. JM Bullion. I got these things from JM Bullion. I ordered them on the 24th and just got them yesterday. I wanted to do a video on them yesterday, but I did a long-winded video on the Rwanda stuff, and so I thought that was appropriate to wait until today to do these. But anyway, so it took 3 weeks to get these. Wait a minute, no, 5 weeks to get these. But they're well worth it. And now that I see them, and I think at the time they were $40.56 a piece. Now these are 2-ounce silver rounds, okay? And they're ultra high relief and they're very well made. And at the time, I think spot had gotten down to 13, 12 or something like that. And of course, premiums were really high and things were running out. And so these were the best things smoking at the time for what my friend wanted, a little bit of Americana, right? And he wanted, something different. And he didn't want to spend over $20 an ounce. Well, he didn't spend over $20 an ounce. In fact, he spent $20.28 an ounce, and he got these, and I think he's going to be very happy with them. So, so these are the 2-ounce elemental rounds, and we'll come back to those in a minute. But for now, we're going to talk about the market action today. So, metals, they didn't reach their new levels today. We talked about, what was it? It was $15.80 on silver, $15.80 on silver. We wanted to see a close above that. And then on gold, we wanted to see above $17.30, and we fell very short of that because gold fell today. But that's all right. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I think the Fed, the Treasury, and the U.S. government, they're spending all this money on the markets trying to get them to do these magical things. Like yesterday, the market it just went all out yesterday. It was very impressive. Well, it failed to impress today, and it closed in the red, most of it, after it had been up, up in the 800s and stuff, the Dow, most of the day. So I think the Fed, the government, and the Treasury here in the United States, anyway, they're running out of monetary tricks because I think they already spent all the stimulus money, the $4.5 trillion that they had set aside for the President's Working Group on Capital Markets. You guys, if you don't know about the Presidential Working Group on Capital Markets that were incepted during the Reagan era, they are the ones that keep the market from plunging like it did in 1980, or the plunge protection team, some people like to call them. So anyway, I think all that money that the plunge protection team had to keep the market from plunging, they overshot their budget, and they spent too much trying to show off yesterday, and now they're out of money. So if they can't get something passed today, Nancy Pelosi's $1.5 trillion bill or some kind of supplemental spending bill before tomorrow or the end of the week, we're going to see some serious fireworks. Remember, what was it, the Schoolhouse Rock? It's going to be fireworks. Oh, yeah. Do you know there'll be fireworks? There's going to be fireworks on Thursday because it's the last trading day of the week, Thursday. And then Wednesday, of course, tomorrow, they're going to have the Federal Open Market Committee meeting. So the FOMC, the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee meeting, okay? And they're going to talk about what they're going to do in terms of Fed policy, how they're going to spend money, if they're going to continue doing repos or repurchasing agreements for banks, or if they're just going to buy their junk and let the banks function with really, really bad assets to keep the banks going, because if the banks aren't going, a lot of things are going to stop, including credit cards and just-in-time delivery and credit and gas and all that stuff, and we don't want that. I know the banks aren't our friends, but for now, we need them. It's a sick symbiotic relationship. They bleed us dry, and we let them because they leave enough blood behind for us to live. I'm not going to get into that. But I do think that these guys are out of stimulus money. So, like I said, on tap for this week, tomorrow, you got the Federal Open Market Committee meeting. Fed Reserve Open Market Committee meeting is tomorrow. They'll talk about what they're going to do on Fed policy. All right. And then on Thursday, we've got a true jobless claims report. We had the first jobless claims report, what they thought it was going to be, and now tomorrow we're going to find out what it actually is going to be, the jobless claims for the first quarter of FY 2020, and we're going to see how that pans out. I think we're going to see some epically low numbers, and if there's no money in the kitty to keep the market afloat by buying stocks when they're being sold off by, real sellers, then we're going to see a really huge drop in the markets. All right. But then you got jobless claims, you've got producer and consumer price indexes that are going to be told about, and then the wholesale indexes are going to be talked about too. Wholesale inventories, those are going to be, big things. What did they buy? What did companies buy? How much did they spend? What are the durable goods that they've acquired? And, what kind of numbers did they produce and stuff? And then I don't even know what's going to happen with earnings. Earnings are supposed to be coming up here, and I don't know if companies are going to report earnings because everything's so skewed. I think the month of March is essentially dead, and so you can imagine what kind of economic number is going to come out of that. I don't really have too much for you guys today. I did want to share with you these elemental rounds. We're going to talk more about the markets as they develop and go on and stuff. And I got to tell you, I get paid next Friday, not this Friday. I just got paid this Friday. I paid all my bills, paid my car off, paid my car bill, paid my loans, all that stuff. And do you know how much money I'm going to have by the time all my bills go out here by Thursday? I'm going to have $31.77 until payday. And you know what? I'm going to make it till payday because I got plenty of food and plenty of other stuff that I put aside ahead of time to make sure I had what I needed to live, okay? Paying your bills and paying yourself first. And then whatever money is left over, you try to make sure you can get by on. For me, it's going to be $31.77 and, for the next 10 days. And I think I can do it. I'm not going to be going out to eat, not going to be doing anything fancy. But when I get my paycheck on the 17th, it's going to be all mine. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy some silver. I know that's going to make you fractional gold and gold guys cringe and stuff like diversify, man. Oh my God, diversify. I know I should. Okay, I'll probably put a little extra cash in the vault, but I'm still going to buy some silver. I'm sorry, I am. Look, I can't go out to eat. I can't go gamble because I did. I used to love to go out to the casinos and play the machines and stuff. And this was just for entertainment. It's expensive entertainment. I didn't expect to ever win anything because, believe me, I didn't. But I don't have my money to spend on anything else. I got my car. I don't even spend much money in gas. Nobody does because we don't drive around very much. And even if you did, the price of gas is not that bad. So I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna start shopping now, see what I can find and see what I like. But man, guys, I got some stuff coming here, hopefully this week, that you're really, really, really going to enjoy. Just some big, gaudy, garish, ridiculous stuff. You're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you spent that much over spot. And yes, I did, because from the day I started, depending on what I was getting, I never had a problem spending $30 an ounce for something, whether it was a bigger item, smaller item, if it was one of those items that I thought was worth having in my collection. The good thing about having a huge stack is you have a huge stack. The bad thing about having a huge stack is that you don't want to overstack too many of the same things, because if you do, it gets kind of boring and kind of stoic. And so you want to try to look for new cool things to add, which is why Rwanda really helped me out. But I think out of all of the places, and including the Grand Canyon, I don't have any of these. I think I'm going to get some of these now that I see these. I love these. I love these 2-ounce rounds. I think I'm going to get some of these 2-ounce Elemental American Landmark rounds, Grand Canyon. And they also got on JM Bullion, not Johnson Matthey, on JM Bullion, Pearl Harbor American Landmark coins that are just like these. Same thing, 2-ounce fine silver, ultra high relief. And those things kick butt. If you guys are World War II aficionados, those are definitely the coins for you. But I got to warn you, since the time I bought these on the 24th of February, they've gone up to around $53 a piece. So they've gone up, 25%? Okay. Now, look, we're talking investments here, right? We're talking insurance. We're talking currency, future currency, hedges against inflation and stuff. But, when the stock guys and the crypto guys, they want to talk about, huge gains, which the crypto space, God, these guys, they really cleaned up this week. I am happy for them. I really am, because I don't know. I love market excitement. I love when you can chase good momentum, and they had some really good momentum this week. So I'm very happy for the crypto guys. But look, in these coins, if you watch and you see what kind of coins you buy, man, you can get some pretty good gains in the coins. But of course, you only make the money if you sell the coins. And of course, you're not going to get that full profit off the coin. So we're waiting for something bigger and better. But it's still nice to see that your shopping was prudent. When I was telling people yesterday not to be afraid of the silver market, don't be afraid of the silver market, because there's so many different dynamics in which we can gain from. We can gain from actually owning and holding the silver, and it goes up in spot price. So the value is there. If you find the right coin that's kind of, sold low, but starts to appreciate high because of some theme or some, characteristic it has, then there's gains to be had there. If you find the right buyer for something that you have that nobody thought they care about, then you've got some possible gains there. It's just all kinds of ways to win with silver, whether you buy them because you like them, whether you buy them as a store of wealth, an investment vehicle, or currency like I'm doing. I still stand by that. I'm going to try to use mine as currency in various parts of the world, which gets me back to my earlier point, is I have coins, sovereign coins, from every single nation in the world, I think, except for the Ukraine. When I got the Czech Lions, that marked off the second to the last on my list, and now I got the Czech Lions. The only place left is Ukraine. But man, those Archangel Michael coins are not cheap, and of course, they're not easy to find. So that's going to be a project, a long-term project I'm going to work on to see if I can finally fill that final niche to get my stack absolutely complete. It's big enough, but I just want to have as diverse as possible, especially for any international travel we might be allowed to do some point down the road. I hope, they're going to find a vaccination for this virus, and we're going to get our freedom back, and we're going to be able to travel and have fun and have leisure and stuff. And I talked to one of my subscribers today about the possibility of us, opening a branch of First Stacker National banks out there, where just us stackers have access to the bank and can use the bank. Oh, there's the G-Man in the background coughing. He does this every time I'm doing a show. It's not a dry cough. It's just something he's had for a while, so we're okay. No worries there. But, have our own bank someday and just be able to do our own thing and get together and party and have fun and talk about our journey on stacking, face-to-face, share some, cheesy drinks and, maybe, have some fun, maybe have an a symposium down in Vegas, this sort of thing. Once everything is cleaned up, the air is clear, and things are sanitized again. All right, guys, I really enjoyed hamming it up with you today with the 2-ounce Elemental American Landmarks coin. Grand Canyon theme. They also have at JM Bullion the Pearl Harbor coin for $53. Don't miss out. I think these are both retailing for about $53. If you do volume buying, you can save some money by doing volume, and certainly save some money on taxes if you go over $1,500 with the same type of item. And it has to be all one metal to get the tax relief at $1,500 if you have that kind of money in those deep pockets. So go after some. Let's continue buying silver. I know it just seems like a Groundhog's Day effect, but it's really, really making a difference. It really is. And I think we're winning. I think, honestly, we have got the system on the ground and we're kicking it. And it's about to go ahead and give our wallet back, give us our money back, give us our wealth back in silver, give us our value back so we can go out and spend and get the economy going and make the world great again, not just America. All right. We'll see you guys in the morning with an update. Hopefully there'll be fireworks. Fireworks. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you in the morning.